That's why they call her sugar. She's the taste that lingers. With your fingers, words can't suffice. She's paradise. That's why they call her sugar.
Hi Sugars, it's Terri of the Sugar Shack. Welcome to this week's episode. I have a very special guest for you. Is it Aretha Franklin? I don't know, she kind of looks like her, but it's not. Please welcome to the Sugar Shack the beautiful and talented and extremely funny, all the way from Detroit. No, just kidding. She's here in Vegas. Please welcome Miss Denita Asberry.
Hello everyone. Hi.
Hi Denita, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Listen, I apologize, gang. Normally, Denita would be here in the studio, but today, when we're recording this, it's 111 degrees outside, so I can't put my dogs in the garage or in the yard. And Denita, she's so understands. She's an animal lover herself, so she gets it. And thank you for understanding. That's why we're doing Zoom. So, Denita, you were just recently on the Mark O'Toole variety show. It's actually the Sun City Anthem variety show hosted by Mark O'Toole. What a fabulous job you did. You came out though looking like Aretha, girl. I was like, you looked like one thing backstage and then came out and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I love when the guests really dress to the nines. Why Aretha? What happened? Why Aretha?
Oh,
not just yesterday.
You for the compliment.
You're welcome. Not just yesterday, but in general.
It started. It started back in Detroit, Michigan. I started doing this show called Beehive. It was 60s musical, and I was a swing force, so I did all the ladies, no matter what complexion. I did everything. So the more I did it, when we got here to Vegas, the MD realized, wow, she really sounds like the real Aretha Franklin, and she really looks like her. I had no idea myself.
Right.
In Detroit, I would hear it here and there, but I would just kind of brush it off or blow it off, like when I would do karaoke or something, because I grew up on all those songs, so I had no idea. It took someone to tell me. So I went in as a swing in Vegas. And after they heard me, they made me one of the main characters in Beehive at the Luxor in 1995.
Which leads me to my...
So that's how that all occurred.
And that's amazing. I mean, talk about being at the right place, the right time, with the right look, and you got it. Now, you're initially from Detroit, is that right? Yes. When did you come to Vegas? What brought you to Vegas, and how did your family feel about that decision?
I came here in 95. How my family felt, it was half and half, but the half that really mattered, that was able to take care of my son while I pursue my career, they were behind me 100%, my grandparents and my mother.
And have they been here to see you perform yet? I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Multitude of times. And if they're not there, I always, send videos so they can be in the know.
Okay. And I hope they're going to tune in for this.
From heaven, my grandparents, definitely.
Oh, God bless them. You have a lot of soul. Your performance yesterday, fantastic, and I'm going to show a clip of that here in between our sponsor break. When did you realize that music was it for you? We always have that key moment that we're like, yes, this is what I want to do. When was yours?
I think mine was when I was 8 years old, and I was in the school choir at McCullough Elementary. Shout out to all my people from there. And there was a solo, and it was from the Hawkins family, Going Up Yonder. And I kept asking Mr. Folston, can I try out that song? And he's like, you're too young. Usually I let fourth or fifth graders do a solo.
Right.
And I was like, oh, please let me. But it's just, everything happened for a reason. The young lady that was singing it, she moved away abruptly, and it was wide open. And I came and I begged him, please give me a chance. So in a room with no one around, he gave me a chance, and he said, this is the first time I'm ever doing this, and I got the solo. So the night of the solo, all the mics went out. And we didn't even have monitors then anyway, so that didn't even matter. But he said, do you still want to do this? And I'm thinking, my whole family's here. Of course, I can't turn back now. Yeah, I practiced. I'm ready.
Right.
So I did the song. Thank God I have a big mouth. Well, and then I didn't know it was called projection, and it was okay. But, you know, because my aunt would be across the street, and she was like, oh, my God, I hear you from across the street. Like, so I knew, you know, I was able to project, but I didn't know that's what it was called back then. I just knew you have a big mouth. That's what they would always say. And so that night, I got my first standing ovation at 8 years old.
Wow.
And then that was the bug that bit me, and I said, that's what I want to do.
Felt good.
My mother, she was like, are you sure? Because everything that could have went wrong that night. But
right.
I was just a trooper, and I handled it. And, you know, my grandfather was trying to throw me off. Like, he would love to make faces and stick his tongue out and,
that's horrible.
You know, at me. But I kept a straight face, and I was focused. I think he did it on purpose to see, okay, you know, can she stay focused and do her job?
Wow.
I'm glad he did that, because you need that kind of
distraction to keep you
strength,
to keep you attentive
to distractions. Oh my goodness.
It's good practice. So you came to Vegas in 1995. Your family was fine with that, and along the way you got an opportunity to work with some pretty excellent entertainers, to name a few. Could you please?
Oh, sure. Well, I had the opportunity to work with Wayne Newton.
Wow.
I was on his WSO album, For the Truth. How Proud Are We? Wow. I sang back up for Gladys Knight. I worked with Rose Royce. It's a blessing. Like, sometimes things happen and you don't even expect it. I happened to open up for Billy Porter.
Wow.
At that time, he was the Broadway guy, and he did First Wife Club. So that album that he did for that was really hot then.
Yeah.
And he opened up for Rosie O'Donnell. And a friend of mine called me from LA and said, oh my goodness, are you in town? Our soprano singer didn't show up. Can you come and learn this in like 45 minutes? Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
sometimes you just have to be ready for the opportunity. So, you know, he came and heard us. I met Rosie and met him, and it's great. And it's really great to see, you know, what he's doing with his career now. Oh, yeah.
So, Wayne Newton and Gladys Knight, I mean, obviously you weren't a pip.
No. When I was with her, she had one pip. Bubba.
Oh, Bubba?
And she had 4 fingers. Yep.
Wow. So how do you get to something like that? Like, explain, tell us the Gladys Knight audition, how that came about.
Oh, wow. Well, I got it because my friend Reggie Brown that I work with in Rolls Royce, she submitted me because she had another job that she had to attend to. So she entrusted me with her gig while she was away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that day, rehearsing at her house, you know, my son is outside playing. He meets Mike Tyson and a owner of one of the casinos. It was like wonderful day just to be at her house, get to meet her in her own environment, and she's just so personable and down to earth.
Right.
So, but back it up, when I went to audition, usually, you know, I'm fearless, but, you know, being in front of a legend,
right.
And I was sitting there while she was rehearsing her singers, and I guess she asked for them to do a song, and the harmonies wasn't quite right, and she said, stop the music, and she was like, you sound like milk toast. You've been with me the longest, and you don't know? And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like I saw the stern side of her, I would say.
Yeah.
And then she went off for about 15, 20 minutes, and then after she was finished, you know, they got the notes right and got that all taken care of. She said, turn around, oh, sweetie, are you ready to come up and sing?
Oh my God.
At that point, my heart went in my stomach. So, you know, I had a little nervousness.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous because I just saw her go off, and I did not want the same thing to happen to me, you know.
No.
But thank God it went off without a hitch.
Wow, especially after witnessing her sternness, you're like, ooh, I better do this really, really well.
Exactly.
You don't want to get sad.
And then later, you know, when I got a chance to be at her house, we played board games, and she barbecued. I got to talk to her, ask her about her career in Motown, and
wow,
you know, it was just great. She's just so down to earth.
How was her barbecue? Is it good?
Good. It was real good. Well, I'm a foodie, so I like a little bit of everything. So
yeah, I am too. And the Wayne Newton thing, how did that come about?
Wayne Newton. I think it's one of his players, Scotty Alexander,
right?
Got me that gig with him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, I was working with a Robin. She's been with him since she was 16.
Now this was the early. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. This was the early 2000s, I think. Is that right? When he was doing the shows for the military?
Yes.
Okay.
When he was doing like the Desert Inn and you know, places like that. I flew with him on his wonderful jet, private jet, to Reno.
Wow.
So, you know, I really got a chance to get to know him. And I have a funny story. When we were in the studio doing the UFO,
if this is the story about
single,
if this is the story about Come Back to Bed, don't tell the story about Come Back to Bed yet. Don't tell that one yet.
Yes.
I have that saved. I have that saved.
Oh, no.
I have that one in my pocket. Yeah, I got that for a later part of the show. We'll leave them in suspense. You guys got to stay tuned if you want to hear that story. But yeah.
yeah.
So I know what I'm doing, girl. I have that tucked away for a little later here. I'm sorry. So
okay. Well, I got a chance to sing a duet with him, so it was wonderful. You know, it's just he was just a nice man. You know, down to earth. I love it.
Yeah, he had a part in helping the girl from Different Strokes. Did you know that? The one that played Kimberly?
No.
She had
no.
Yeah, what happened was, you know, she got strung up on drugs and things like that. And somehow, and I don't know the exact details, but somehow she landed herself in jail. Wayne Newton bailed her out and helped her.
See, he's a nice man.
Very nice man. I wish I could remember the actress's name. I'll put her picture up real quick while we're talking about it.
Dana Plato.
Dana Plato, that's right. And then, sadly, unfortunately, she later passed. But yeah, what a nice guy. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit. The whole reason that Denita is here is, one, she was so amazing on Mark's show, and I had mentioned to her about being on the Sugar Shack before, and things just get by you, you know. And when I saw her at Mark's show, she was like, do you still do that show, Sugar Shack? And for a lot of my viewers, I took a hiatus because of some personal family problems that my close friends know about that, thank God, has surpassed. It's all good now. But the reason she's here today is to tell you about this wonderful show she has coming up at the Italian American Club. It's called SOULVILLE. Sorry, I almost said Soulful. SOULVILLE. Respect to the Queen. And it's at the Italian American Club, Thursday, June 20th. Tell us about that show. What can we expect?
Well, you're right. It is soulful. Well, it is. The doors open at 6. Mm-hmm. Dinner starts at 6:30 to 7, and then the show will start at 8. I have an A-list band. They have played with everybody you can think of. My MD is Eddie Wellen.
Nice.
If anyone was around in the 70s and they know the group called Switch, he was one of the original members.
Wow.
They have. I have 2 of my really good friends, my sisters. I call them my soul sisters. Uh-huh. And so, we're sisters behind the scenes and we're sisters on stage, And they are very well known around town. We got Ivana Christie and then we have Queen Aries.
Nice.
And let me tell you, they are not singing, they're singing.
Right.
So here's the difference. So I have a 5-piece band. Mm-hmm. I have on guitar Matt Baldoni.
Wow.
I have on bass Mary Aiden. She's usually known for like the rock thing and also Matt Baldoni. He works with the Bee Gees and he does his own thing around town. And I have Vince Priester. And, we're praying for his recovery. He's on the mend. He's on the mend. He works around with Carrero. He works in like the Mermaid area where at the Silverton.
Yes.
So he's been playing at all the up and down the strip for years.
The Mermaid Lounge.
I'm missing somebody. Oh yeah, and then I have Darnell. He's played with like the Earth, Wind & Fire, OJ. You just name them, We have a really, really good group.
I haven't seen Darnell in years, probably since before the pandemic. Or no, just after the pandemic. Or just before, I forget. Wow. I'm so glad he's still at it. That's great news. He's wonderful. Is he playing?
And the one good thing is we're all friends. So it just makes it so wonderful because we have fun on stage and behind the scenes.
Yeah. And that people don't realize what a tightly knit community the entertainment community is here. And one of the things I can appreciate, like back east, it was dog eat dog because the gigs were rare and few. Here, everybody seems to share their stage. Everybody's got your back. It's none of that catty stuff going on. Like back east, there was a lot of that going on. Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday at Marco Tools, it was like a reunion of people I haven't seen in years, and just nothing but love backstage. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And that's how I love to, be a part of things like that.
That's how it should be.
It was a good group.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I thought for a second you were going to say Mark got catty with you. Which he's been known to do.
Never.
He's going to kill me for that one. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take a real quick break to honor our sponsors. Very, very brief break to honor our sponsors. And when we come back, Denita, guess what you're going to be doing?
What?
She's going to be spilling the sugar.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, Jeff, but we'll see.
You're in trouble, girl. This episode of Sugar Shack is sponsored by Chase Brown of Chase Brown's A Vegas Country Night. So lock up your ladies, guys, especially Friday nights when he's at Notoriety at Fremont Street in Las Vegas. And by Genevieve Dew of her show, My Story. Keep your eyes peeled for future appearances and tickets. Thanks for your sponsorship, guys. We really appreciate it. Now, on with our show.
Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. But if I make it happen, I don't need to do feel like a natural woman.
Denita Asberry. But before we get to spilling the sugars, Denita, you wanted to give a shout out to some other people who are helping you with this new project.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to my manager, Cheryl T, and also Trish with Coast to Coast. This will be my first time doing my show in Vegas, so I'm thankful for Italian American Club allowing me to put it there in their venue. I am so excited.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. If I can make it, if I don't have a filming job that night, I'll try and get out there. I would love to see it. Okay, and the show we're talking about is at the Italian American Club Thursday, June 20th. For tickets, you can go to www.iacvegas.com, or you can call Janine at 702-457-3866 or Trish at 596-5293. Tickets are $65. That includes dinner and the show. And if you want to book Denita for any performances, you can reach her at 702-752-5259 or email SOULVILLE, that's SOULVILLE, Queen, at AOL.com. And now what we're going to do, Denita, is we're going to spill some sugar.
Ooh, I'm scared.
I do declare. Ooh, you did? Ooh. Oh, no, Rita, really? You gotta hold up the sign. You mother... Oh, cute. Okay, I like that. Okay. Wait. Are you drunk right now?
Yeah. What isn't it?
That's
Isn't
water.
that vodka?
That's not vodka. Duh. Yes, sister.
Okay, Denita, so first we're going to do a Never Have I Ever. Brace yourself. You ready for it?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Okay. Never have I ever lied to get off of work for an audition. I've never done that.
Okay, I have.
Can you quickly tell us that story? Because this is a hilarious story.
Okay. I was working in Marshall Russo's at the warehouse because I had a job with Loretta Holloway singing backup for her. She is like diva in clothes and voice and everything, and so I want to be perfect for her. I couldn't afford, because Beehive had finished. I'm hustling, and I'm buying everything at CVS trial size, so I'm just broke. So I got the job, so they have irregular clothing or clothes with holes in it that I can just sew. And I got the job so I can buy some nice dresses to sing back up for her. And one day I found out that the Motown Cafe was opening up. And I'm from Detroit, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to go.
Right.
It would just be wrong for me not to go. I'd be really mad at myself. So I had to say I was sick. I went home because, I've done a lot of musicals and plays, so I'm a little actress too when I want to be. But I went to the audition.
Oh, no.
I went to the audition, and I had no idea that the news they were filming me. And when I came out, they were like right there. Well, how did your audition go? Because I did not know they were filming me at all. I just thought they just, interviewed me, and I had a good time, and I'm from Detroit. I had to come. And then after I did the interview, I was like, uh-oh. Well, I hope my boss didn't see that. So early in the morning, I get to work. She was like, can I talk to you for a minute? Well, I'm going to have to let you go. I saw the interview. I said, I understand that. I said, I just really, I appreciate the time I was here. And I didn't come here to count inventory, but, I'm thankful for the opportunity. And she said, I hope you get it. And she said, by the way, I heard your audition, and you're going to get it. You're good.
Aww.
So that was good. And thank God I got it. That's when prayer came in.
Yeah.
I got the job.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, even though you lied.
Yeah.
No, but it all worked.
I'm not doing that, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you're broke,
This is true. This is true. Okay. Never have I ever been told to come back to bed by Wayne Newton.
Oh. Yeah, let me just clarify that. When I was in the studio with him, we took a break. And at the time, I was on the phone with my then boyfriend. And I was talking to him, and Wayne Newton came behind me and said, Denita, come back to bed. So that took a lot of explaining. Because boyfriend on the phone was like, well, where are you? What's going on? I'm like, it was a joke.
Oh my God.
I didn't know he had a sense of humor like that.
Neither did
that took a lot of
I.
explaining.
Wow, Wayne, naughty. Wayne,
I was naughty.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a regular question. Who would you say is your all-time favorite celebrity crush?
Okay. The crush. Well, see, I only had crushes when I was young.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So my. Okay, so these two like ran neck and neck. It was Todd Bridges and Davy Jones.
Get out! They're so different. Todd Bridges from Different Strokes. We were just talking about Different Strokes. That Todd Bridges? Willis? Oh.
Willis, yeah. What you talking about, Willis?
That was Arnold, but yes, Willis. Oh, that's so funny. And Davy Jones? Oh, he was cute. God bless him.
He was cute. And I was so upset when my mom said, well, these are reruns. This happened in the 60s. I was like, what?
Oh, no.
How old is he now?
I love it. And they're so different. I have crushes like that are so different. If we get go ahead.
And like David Cassidy, I got a chance to work with him. So I was like, oh.
You did?
It's real cute. Okay, wait a minute.
Now, see, he was one of my crushes. And he was one of my crushes. And I have a picture here in my office with me with a guitar. And one of my friends is like, you look like David Cassidy. I'm like, what? No. And they're like, yeah, you got the hairstyle. You got... And this is a very
more things to him, huh?
Yeah, I crushed on David Cassidy. I will admit. Okay, a celebrity that's not with us anymore that you wish you had met.
Prince. I've seen his concerts and I've seen him from afar. So I was in the same building with him, very close, but I never got a chance to like shake his hand.
Yeah.
That's when he had his concert at Rio.
Okay.
His concert hall. Yeah, and I met Aretha. I shook her hand, but I didn't really get a chance to meet her. When I knew her backup singers, and I was going to meet her, and she didn't feel well that day when she was working at the MGM.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the two. So I can't. Those are neck and neck for me. Oh, I met Michael Jackson.
You did?
So that was amazing. So how that occurred was, it was the job that I got fired from, my other job, Martha Russell. I was at the Motown Cafe. My son had to come to work with me. He didn't want to come. He said, oh, I have to come. I know these songs by heart, and I don't want to come. And I said, well, I'm a little broke right now, so, I can't afford a babysitter, so you have to come with me. Wow. So when he came, he was in shock because they shut down the whole place because Michael Jackson, he was one of the investors for the Motown Cafe. So he came to see the place, see what's going on. And we got a chance to meet him. And he was going to come and see me when I was working with Louis at the Hilton at the time.
Wow.
But because I knew one of the bodyguards, and so, but he didn't feel well that evening, so it's just my luck. He had just signed Brownstone, and he was looking for other people to work with. So, but meeting him, he was down to earth. He was shocked, and I looked at my son. Aren't you glad you came to work with me? And he was just he didn't have that high pitched voice. He talked like normal. So. I'm just glad I got the opportunity to see him, to meet him. I've never seen him in a performance, but I did get a chance to see him when he was in Jackson 5.
Oh, wow.
So I'm happy about that. I still remember that.
Are we talking that was in the 80s when he was with them, or are you talking before the 80s?
No, I was just getting out my diapers. That's when I saw him.
You're not going to tell us when.
I was there with... Okay, it was in the 70s.
Okay.
Early 70s.
Okay, yes. Same here, but I didn't meet him. Okay. Next question. A celebrity that's still with us that you would like to meet that you haven't met yet?
I would love to sit and talk to Dolly Parton and Patti LaBelle.
Good, wow.
It's neck and neck for me. Because it just seemed like they just so down to earth. I've met Patti before, but it was just like she was at the sushi bar, so I didn't want to disturb her. I just gave her my card if you need a backup singer and moved along. But I would love to meet those two just to hear stories and
I love your choices. Okay, we're gonna do a Never Have I Ever.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Never have I ever been in handcuffs.
In handcuffs?
Mm-hmm. See, she can't see me holding up this sign. She's having...
You mean like getting arrested or just handcuffs, period?
Just handcuffs, period.
I've been in handcuffs, but I haven't been to jail. If that's what you mean.
Okay, so yeah, I'm holding up the I have sign. I've been in handcuffs, but I'm not telling why. Okay. What would you say was your most touching moment so far in your entire career? A moment you will never forget that will always stay with you?
I think it's like when I do Aretha Franklin, when I was working with Legends in Concert. I remember young girls would come to me sometimes and they would be in tears, and I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "I had a bad breakup and you just really touched my heart." And I'm like, that's what Aretha Franklin's songs is all about.
Aww.
And I said, they didn't even know. She said, "I didn't even know Aretha Franklin, and now I do. I'm going to go get the album."
See?
That touched me, that her music still penetrates the heart and the soul of what she meant for it to do. And she was like going through relationships, and you have to go through something to sing like that.
Right.
And I remember being in Detroit. There was a lady, have you ever seen Stand in the Shadows? They did a little part in the documentary for Lottie the Body.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but go ahead.
Well, her name is Lottie the Body, and she was like a shaker dancer, something that you would call like the burlesque. And I happened to work in a club, the Blue Note 2, and she was helping me. She was like we'd say, the den mother. And she was telling me, have you ever had sex? Have you ever had your heart broken? Have you when your heart got broken, did you cry? Well, you felt like your heart just couldn't take it anymore? And I was like, yeah. And then she said, no, you haven't. Because she said, because that's the way you sing. Well, I was age 16, and I haven't been sexually active, so I never had my heart broken that way. I just had a little kitty love, puppy love, they call it.
Right.
So she was right. It taught me real quick, like when I had that first heartbreak, I started singing differently.
Yeah, this is true.
And it changes your whole life, and so you have to emote, and that comes out.
Okay.
I was like, wow, everything is not rainbow and lollipops, so
no,
you can't sing like that.
This is true.
So that's something with Aretha Franklin songs. That it always penetrates people. And one of the most memorable was Candy Burris' mom. She came to a Legends in Concert show, and I was like, oh my goodness, I know you. And she's like, shh, like she didn't want everybody to know.
Right.
And then she said, girl, you gonna make me put my Aretha Franklin in my car.
Yeah. All right, here's a Never Have I Ever.
Oh,
She can't see me because, like, she can't see. Sometimes I stick my tongue out a little bit, like, I'm going to get you. Okay, I got my Never Have I Ever sign. You don't have one, unfortunately, because you're not in the studio, but never have I ever drunk texted.
oh, yes.
Okay, me too. That's one of those.
I stay away from Facebook.
Let me
when
tell.
I'm having a couple.
I mean, okay, and
Because what they say, a drunken mind is a sober mouth. Sober is what your sober thoughts would really. That's what you really want to say.
it's the truth. The truth comes out. Hey, look, they don't call it spirit.
You know,
They don't call it spirits for nothing. All right.
exactly. You be unfiltered.
Unfiltered. That's right. Oh, your most embarrassing moment in your career.
Oh my goodness. I would say I was doing this show. It was a gospel musical called Granny's Place.
Okay.
And the producer, which is my friend, and shout out to her. Her movie is coming out this month for that play, and I was one of the original people in it. Her son left a Tonka toy out, and I didn't see it, and I slid on it.
Oh
and,
my
and
God.
kind of said some choice words as I was rolling across the stage.
No, across the stage.
And then I say it was a gospel musical.
Oh.
I had a lot of repenting to do
Oh my
after
God.
that.
Oh, that audience got a little extra that night, didn't they?
Yeah, but it ended up being funny because I guess the way I got off of the Tonka truck and then composed myself with my heels and my little tight skirt and acted like nothing happened.
Oh my God.
So it became funny, but that wasn't cool.
No. Was this ever caught? Was that caught on video by any chance?
Probably. I have to ask her.
I would love to see that. Hey, but at least you didn't hurt yourself. That's talent right there. You rode a Tonka toy truck without harm.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's a new one. I love that. Anyway, folks, we're at the end of our program, but before we go, Denita, thank you so much. I want to tell about your show again. Please, tickets are available. Italian American Club, such exquisite, great food that makes your mouth water just thinking about it. Thursday, June 20th. The dinner starts at 6. Show starts at 6:30. I'm sorry. Dinner starts at 6:30. The show starts at 8. It's $65. You can't beat that for dinner and a show. For tickets, you can go to www.iacvegas.com. I'm showing all of the information on the screen, and everything is also in the description. Or you can call Janine at 702-457-3866. or Trish at 702-596-5293 for your tickets. To book Denita, because I'm sure she does corporate events, private events, other shows. If you like what you see, gang, and you want her in your show, you can reach her at area code 702-752-5259 or email her at SOULVILLE, that's SOULVILLE, queen at AOL.com. Denita, thank you so much for doing this today, and thank you for understanding. I didn't want to put my dogs in the heat.
No problem. Thank you for squeezing me in last minute. I appreciate you.
Not a problem, but I want you to do one thing for me. At the end of every Sugar Shack, we blow sugars and we say sugars. So on the count of 3, you know how to blow kisses, except I call them sugars. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mwah. Sugars.
Sugars.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take 1.
Hi. My name is... Oh, let's do that again. Oh, you got bloopers and blunders, huh?
Uh-huh. Yep, I do.
do.
After we do our sugars at the end of the show is when I show the bloopers.
Okay.
My mouth is hurting. I'm laughing so hard. Okay. It's like I got a hanger in my mouth.
I could do this all day with you.
Okay.
And 10 p.m. London time for Vegas' favorite host. Back up. It's Vegas, right?
Diane
Now
Sawyer.
you making my mouth dry.
What the heck?
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Why did my Alexa start playing Bee Gees? Hold on a second.
What music did it start playing?
One of my Alexa speakers just started playing Bee Gees out of nowhere. For so long.
Oh, because you know I mentioned Bee Gees earlier.
Yeah, but that won't wake up my Alexa. That was weird. That was spooky.
Ooh.
You and I've been loving each other for so long. That's what it was playing.
Okay.
That was weird. Okay.
You see me?
I've seen you this whole time.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Okay, well, let's just work it out.
Well, you'll just be surprised on Saturday. That's all.
Yeah.
I lost you again. I lost you again. Say hi while we wait for Denita to get her headphones. I know. You're so glad you're not outside in this heat.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
now
get down.
I can hear you.
Okay. We took a crooner break. Okay. So, you
My
ready?
chest's not too low or anything, is it?
Girl, please. People get on me all the time about my chest.
Okay. I don't want to offend anyone.
Hey, it's called Sugar Shack, okay? All right.
That's why I call her sugar. Boys all need their sugar.
Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button at Terri Haley Sugar Shack, only on YouTube. See you next time.
That's why they call
Sugars.
her